Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Alfia Qureshi. So in the last video we talked about radial artery. Now in this video we will be talking about the ulnar artery, which is the larger terminal branch of brachial artery. So this is brachial artery, this one is the radial artery, and this is the ulnar artery. So this artery has an oblique course in its half part and then vertical course. And it is covered with muscles in the upper part and it is superficial in the lower part. So its origin is from the cubital fossa. Cubital fossa, which is present in the elbow region. Okay, we'll talk about it later. And termination in palmar arches. Okay, the two branches, which is palmar carpal and dorsal carpal, participate in the superficial and deep palmar arches. Now let us talk about the relations. So the relations anterior relation. Now in this diagram, this is the bicep muscle and this is the region of elbow. This is common flexor origin and these are all the superficial flexor muscles. So this is pronator teres, next is flexor carpi radialis, then palmaris longus, then there is flexor carpi ulnaris, and behind these muscles there is flexor digitorum superficialis, which is present after this ulnar artery. Okay. So in the anterior relation, you guys can see this is ulnar artery, and then it is covered first of all by pronator teres, then by flexor carpi radialis, then by palmaris longus, and then flexor carpi ulnaris, and also the flexor digitorum superficialis. Okay, so all these muscles are in the anterior relation. Let us write down. First is pronator teres. Second is flexor carpi radialis, then palmaris longus, and flexor digitorum superficialis, and flexor carpi ulnaris. Flexor carpi ulnaris. So these muscles are in the upper part, and in the lower part it is covered by skin and superficial fascia. Okay, so these are the relations in upper part, and in the lower part there is skin and superficial fascia. Okay, in this diagram you can see also the muscles are only in the upper part and then this artery is superficial. You can see it clearly. Okay, now in the posterior relation, so as all the superficial flexor muscles are in the anterior relation, so obviously the deep flexor muscle is in the posterior relation. So this artery lies on the flexor digitorum profundus muscle. Okay, flexor digitorum profundus. In this diagram, all the superficial muscles are removed to clear the posterior relation. Okay, so this one is the flexor digitorum profundus muscle, and this is ulnar artery going over it. So in the posterior relation there is brachialis muscle also in the upper part. Okay, so there is brachialis muscle also present in the upper part, and then there is flexor digitorum profundus muscle. Flexor digitorum profundus. Okay, now in the lateral relation, this one is the lateral, this one is the medial. So in the lateral relation there is in this diagram it is more clear. So this one is the flexor carpi ulnaris muscle, medial side and lateral side. Flexor carpi ulnaris muscle. Then there is ulnar nerve. This one is the ulnar nerve. Then this is ulnar artery. Then there is flexor digitorum superficialis muscle. Okay. Then there is palmaris longus. Then flexor carpi radialis. And then brachioradialis. Okay. So this is the sequence here. So we can see in the lateral relation there is flexor digitorum superficialis muscle. Okay. So flexor digitorum superficialis is in the lateral relation. Okay. Now medial relation. Medial relation in this diagram. This is flexor carpi ulnaris. This one is the ulnar nerve. This one is the ulnar artery. So these two structures are in the medial relation. Flexor carpi ulnaris muscle and ulnar nerve. Okay. Flexor carpi ulnaris muscle, and then there is ulnar nerve. So this is all about the relations. Now let's see the branches. So in this diagram the branches are anterior ulnar recurrent and posterior ulnar recurrent. So recurrent means these arteries are going upward, in the posterior, in the opposite direction to participate in the anastomosis around the elbow. Okay. So these are anterior ulnar recurrent, posterior ulnar recurrent, first and second branch. Then there is a common introitious, third, which again divide into anterior and posterior introitious. So this branch from this posterior introitious also participate in the anastomosis. Then there are small muscular branches. Then in the hand there is palmar carpal branch which participate in the superficial palmar arch, and then there is dorsal carpal branch which participate in the deep palmar arch. Okay. So these are all the branches. There are total 6 branches of ulnar artery. Okay. So this is all about the ulnar artery. Hope you guys like the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching the video.